way it'll work. And I figured I could do a quick video on the new 2018 Mustang. Now that all the information's pretty much out, I've had a few months to kind of think about it. Everybody's been able to process it. Thought I'd jump in with some of my opinions on some of the changes, which I like a lot of them, honestly, but there's definitely a few I'm not too wild about. Let's just jump into it. First, they got rid of the V6. It kind of makes sense in that the EcoBoost, the way they have it set up, makes more power. I don't know. The V6 kind of felt like the adopted, redheaded stepchild because it was stuck in between a really powerful V8 and a more powerful EcoBoost. If you're gonna buy a Mustang, you're either gonna buy it for style and go for the EcoBoost, or you're gonna buy it for power and go for the GT. I don't know a lot of people that are butthurt about this.
This message brought to you by Generation Butthurt.
But still, they did get rid of basically their middle line of Mustangs. So let's talk about the most controversial part of the new Mustang, and that is obviously the new front fascia. There was a lot of negative reaction when the video first leaked online the day before all the official press releases and stuff. And understandably, the footage was not very well shot. There wasn't any exciting music or sounds of the car. It wasn't even color corrected. The tires have a really bad green hue to them. I don't know what happened. And for what I understand, some of the changes to the front fascia were inspired by Darth Vader, where the angled splitter fins come from near the fog lights and turn signals. That is a weird inspiration. I guess I get it, but I reacted negatively when I first saw it. There are certain specific angles that actually make it look pretty decent. I like the sharper edges of the design language as a whole. Just in general, I like more hard angles rather than soft radials. But it does look a little droopy. I think it's the word that people keep using, sad. The integrated fog light with the turn signal near the bottom, I'm not too wild about. I do like the technology that went into it.
Technology.
They're removing all the LED across the car. I'm totally down with that, and I think that's cool. I think that's a good move. It's more power efficient. They last much longer. They don't get hot at all, etc. That's probably my least favorite part of the new Mustang is the new front fascia. I will say there have been some renders online of some pretty cool aftermarket body kits that people have come up with. I'm excited to see what Roush comes out with. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few really cool ones. Let's move on to the hood of the car. Overall, I really like what they've done. They've taken a lot of inspiration from the GT350 by having the hood lowered down. It helps aerodynamics, helps force air into the car. I like that the design team went in using the GT350 as a benchmark to bring over some of the technology. I also really like that they've taken the MagnaRide dampers from the GT350 and brought it down to the regular Mustangs. Those are some of the coolest performance parts of the GT350. All the reviews I read were just glowing about them, and I think it's really, really cool that they used the GT350 performance-wise and, I guess, styling as kind of a benchmark to bring down to the everyday Mustang. So moving on into the inside of the Mustang, they've changed some of the materials. They keep saying upgraded materials to satin, but they just changed it to satin. They did add a heated steering wheel, which is pretty cool, especially if you park your car outside. You can remote start it to warm it up and turn on a heating steering wheel in the winter. You should be able to get real toasty real quick. There's an option now for a 12-inch digital cluster. Honestly, I think this is going to be standard for the 2020 Mustang, and everybody's moving to this. You have to admit that the customization and the way things are going in general are going to be all digital, because it's really bright. It's going to be backlit. When you're in really bright sunlight, your pupils are constricted down, and the current ones aren't backlit, and LED and LCD screens are backlit, so you're going to be able to adjust the brightness, I'm sure. You can also customize it to show the most pertinent information to what you're currently doing. Not only that, you can customize, theoretically, the design of it to your exact taste. So I have no idea if Ford is planning on doing this, but it would be pretty cool to be able to choose between gauges from every Mustang in the past. So if you liked the 64.5 to 67 gauges, how cool would it be to load those up and see them exactly the way, you know, somebody might remember them? It would be pretty cool to have your phone, you know, Wi-Fi connected to the car, and they have some type of app where you could purchase new gauges, you know, for $2.99 and load them up.
Technology.
They could come out with new gauges, you know, every couple months, put them on there for like $2, download them, and you can just click, sync it to your car, and then you've got a new cluster of gauges. You come up with all different kinds of, you know, customized ones. In theory, that would be pretty cool, and all to say, digital gauges are the future, and you can change the emphasis of clarity of what you're doing with a digital gauge, and you can't with a static analog gauge. Other things in the car, they've upgraded the leather as well. Some of the stuff they say is hand stitched. Any excuse to have real leather, or at least faux leather, in a vehicle really helps the fit and finish, the look and feel when compared to some more exotic cars or some import cars. I think it's really cool that Ford's at least offering nicer hand-stitched leather to cover up some of the harder plastic that honestly I think a lot of people associate with, you know, being in a Mustang or a Ford in general. Another pretty cool change performance-wise is they're offering a new 10-speed transmission. And that seems insane to me, coming from the days of, you know, my first car had a 3-speed transmission in it.
Gear shift.
A 10-speed sounds insane. However, it gives you the best gear for what you're currently doing. It's constantly changing gears. And the idea is to keep your car in the perfect rev range that it needs to be for the best performance. I have an automatic in mind. It works great. I can't imagine what it would be like to have 10 gears. I'm assuming it would be even a smoother ride. They're also offering 10 different style wheels for the Mustang that you can choose from. I think they said 10 all new wheels. I don't know if they're all new, but there's at least 10 options now that I know of. They are really wanting people to have the freedom to customize their Mustang. And, you know, honestly, harkens back to the original 60s Mustang. Their tagline was something like, a car built for you to customize.
Mustang is the one car that's designed to be designed by you.
They seem to be embracing that. It's a good move. All right, guys, I'm about to pull into work. I'm gonna have to cut the video and come back later to finish it up. So I will see you in a jiffy. Brief intermission, 5 seconds for you guys, 8 hours for me. I'm out of work. Yay! Day's over, I got some stuff done, went to the doctor, got a checkup. All good. I always feel weird whenever you go to the doctor and they're like asking you questions, like it's some type of test. Do you smoke? And I'm like, I feel like I know the right answer is no. So I wanted to address one of the things that I said, in that the V6 was kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the Ford Mustang family. However, I did think of something. The new Ford GT actually has a modified version of their V6 truck engine. It got me thinking, I'm actually curious why they didn't pursue R&D or research and development for bringing the twin turbo V6 from the GT over to the new Mustang.
Next!
One of the really cool things that they've done with the back is active quad tip exhaust option for the premium packages. This is something I'm probably going to do to my Mustang. I'm kind of saving up because I really do want an active exhaust. I'm looking at purchasing a Roush active exhaust system with the GT350 rear valets. But if this is just a factory option from Ford without, you know, voiding warranties and like cutting part of your bumper to fit the lower balance in and all that stuff, if I could just add it on as an option, that would be awesome. I would do that in a heartbeat. It sounds awesome, and you obviously just have a switch if you're, you know, driving late at night or pulling in your garage. You don't want to wake the kids or the family. Turn it off. If you want to wake the neighbors and intimidate some EcoBoost Mustangs or possibly some Camaros, flip the switch. So overall, I like what they tried to do by bringing some of the GT350 styling and performance options from it and bring it down to all the Mustangs. They just missed the mark. I'm really torn with the angle Darth Vader mask shapes in the lower valance, but I guarantee there's going to be some aftermarket packages for that 2018 Mustang that I think are going to be really, really cool. And honestly, I want to know more what you guys think about it. I don't really have any plans to trade this one in for the new one, but I could be convinced otherwise if I bought a couple aftermarket pieces. So that's it. That's my thoughts on the 2018 Mustang. I'd really like to know what you guys think about it. I'm super active in the comments. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you love. Tell me what you hate. Thank you guys so much for watching the videos. I'm going to try to do one a week at least. I also picked up a motorcycle, so I'm going to start kind of integrating some of those videos. I'm going to be changing and modding a lot of it as well. I ordered a ton of parts for this Mustang. I got a lot of plans for it.
Good. Good.
I'm going to bring you guys along with all the installs. I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of fabrication to get some of the pieces working with my California Special. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I'd really like to grow this channel into something cool. Everybody stay safe out there. Have a great week, and I'll see you all in the next one. Just sitting here talking to myself awkwardly at a red light, pretending like the people next to me aren't staring straight at me, wondering what I'm doing.